Okay, so my name is Brandon McKinney, and this is my first video over 5th grade fractions. I did standard 5.NF.2, which states that students should be able to solve word problems involving addition and subtraction of fractions referring to the same whole, including cases of unlike denominators, and they should be able to observe if a fraction has an incorrect result by, an example would be 2/5 plus 1/2 equals 3/7. They should be able to observe that 3/7 is not the correct answer because it is less than 1/2. So my problem that I did is Andy, Jim, and Gary decide to order a pizza. Andy eats 1/4 of the pizza and Jim eats 5/8 of the pizza. Gary was late meeting up with Jim and Andy, so how much pizza is left for him to eat? So what you got now is you have 1/4 from Andy and 5/8 from Jim, and you got to find out how much Gary has left. So first you need to find a common denominator for the two fractions that you are adding. This will be the first number that both denominators can divide evenly into. In this case, the common denominator would be 8. And in order to change 1/4 to have a denominator of 8, you have to multiply the original denominator by 2. You have to do the same thing to the numerator to make the fraction equivalent to 1/4. You will now have 1/4 times 2, which equals 2/8. And since the two fractions now have a common denominator, you can add them. So when you're adding fractions with common denominators, you only add the numerators and the denominators stay the same. So 2/8 plus 5/8 will give you a new answer of 7/8. This means that Andy and Jim ate 7/8 of the pizza before Gary got there, and which means that there's 1/8 of the pizza left for Gary to eat. You find that by subtracting the 7/8 that Jim and Andy ate, subtract that from 1, or 8/8 is an equivalent fraction to 1. So here I've got some graph manipulatives. This first graph is showing that Andy ate 1/4 of the pizza by himself, and then plus the 5/8 that Jim ate, which you can't really solve for the total for Gary because the denominators aren't equal. So down here I've got that Andy ate 2/8 of the pizza. As you can tell, it's the same as the 1/4. It's just got more slices. And this is the same graph for Jim. So this is how much Gary will have left over whenever you add the two amounts that Jim and Andy ate. So as you can see, Gary will have 1/8 of the pizza left. And here I've also got some fraction strips. This is just a normal 1, and then this is 8/8. It's equivalent to 1. And here I've got the 5/8 that Jim ate. You can just say that Jim ate these 5/8 of the pizza. And I got it so it shows that 2/8 and 1/4 are equivalent to each other. So this would be the 7/8 that Jim and Andy ate, and as you can see, there's 1/8 left at the end. So I hope this helps on how to solve fractions with, or how to add and subtract fractions with unlike and common denominators. And thanks.